you so much for joining us here at BlockShow Asia in Singapore. I know that chiliZ has a lot of things happening. You guys are opening a new office in Singapore right now.
Yeah, we just announced that we're opening an office to actually grow in Southeast Asia.
Okay, that's fantastic. Can you do me a favor? Tell our audience about chiliZ. What do you do? What do you do there and chiliZ?
So, I'm French with this accent. I live in Malta for the last 12 years.
Okay.
And I work in the internet space for the last 22 years, so it's like since 1995.
You were there, right?
Netscape, AOL, all that cool stuff.
All that stuff. I haven't heard the Netscape name in a while.
Yeah, that's true. And more or less what we are doing right now is, so our company is called chiliZ. It's a 40 people based in Malta, 17 nationalities. Okay. And we raised a decent amount of money. We raised $60 million before the summer from, I would say, cornerstone investors, only like Binance, OKX, and a few other guys. Okay. And what we are doing is we are creating a platform that will be launched end of Q1 already, that tokenize sports team. What does it mean? It means that we are working with the most famous soccer team. That's not gonna ring a bell for you maybe, but this Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, that kind of multi-million, thousands of millions of fans all over the world team. And we are creating a token for
I'm
them.
a Chelsea guy, but anyway, go ahead.
Chelsea could be one of them eventually. We haven't announced our Premier League partners.
Okay.
And we, so we are creating tokens for these teams. We have like a marketplace where you and me, you can buy these tokens, and these tokens give you a right to vote. So if you're American, you are familiar in NFL, you have a team called the Green Bay Packers, where all the fans own the team and actually can vote.
Right.
In Europe, we have the same in soccer. It's called, for Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, it's called the socios. The socios in Spanish means member, partner.
Right.
So the fans vote on some decision of the clubs, sports team, whatever. What we do is we created a platform where you can tokenize your fan voting rights, and you give a chance to all the sports club or sports team in the world to engage with their fans wherever they are and to monetize them. So for this soccer team, for example, Chelsea team, if you are a fan and if we were working with them, you could buy a token and you could be part of the guide that they're asking when they want to change the color of the jersey, where they should play next year in another country and stuff like this.
Now, who decides on what is in exactly?
It's the club. It's obviously not, definitely not the fans.
Okay.
Definitely not us. It's the club. Eventually, we are just a platform. We are just a marketplace.
Okay.
The club decide what question they want to ask, but most importantly, they are committed in the relationship we have with them. They are committed to enforce the outcome of the voting. So if you decide collectively that it's blue instead of red, it has to be blue.
Interesting. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how they're taking that that process and working that into the actual venue.
Yeah.
Right? There's so much feedback that the fans would love at these venues.
Yes.
It'd be an interesting concept to introduce inside there. Are you working with anyone then?
Yes, because we work with this we work with the clubs.
Right.
Most of the clubs own their stadium anyway. So we're gonna give away, I don't want to say the word airdrop, doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna give away to their existing fan base a massive amount of tokens. So the existing fan base is gonna get free tokens.
Right.
With these free tokens, they're gonna be able to share their voice. We used to call actually our tokens, now they are called a fan token, but they used to be called a voice token.
Right.
And the idea is really to give a voice and to give a valuable voice. Why? Because if you bought tokens, you have a vested interest, and your not point of view, but your vote is more valuable than your click on Facebook vote or poll on Twitter.
Right. And to obviously sports fans, they are deeply engaged in every single aspect of that sport.
Definitely, which again, we don't know. This is not a decentralized app that's going to change the world and going to make a sports fan deciding who's going to be drafted next year in that team. But it's more about the fact that if you are a fan, in your case, in US, you don't have a relationship with Chelsea. You can go sometimes in London to watch a match. You can go on TV.
Right.
You can buy a jersey sometimes. Half of the time it's a fake one anyway, so they don't make money out of it. We provide a digital asset that comes from the club, that is limited supply, and that give you a voice to the club.
Love it.
And when we're gonna launch, we're gonna have like 20 to 30 clubs in the world, soccer/football, cricket, esports is very big for us, so we're gonna have massive esports team as well.
Okay. Good.
So the goal is really to help crypto and blockchain to become more mainstream by engaging hundreds of millions of fans that can go into it.
What other opportunities are there in the blockchain sport community that you're going to engage in?
There is a lot of bullshit in that space, in a way that we've seen a lot of projects that claim they want to do X, Y, Z, and unfortunately that will never happen. It's difficult because I'm not a big fan, for example, and I will say I'm probably uneducated, that's why, but I'm not a big fan of creating a currency per se for every single clubs in the world, every sport.
Right.
I mean, why should you change something that works? Right now I go in any sports team, in any stadium, and with my card I can buy anything I want. What we do is more about tokenizing, not the currency, but tokenizing the fan engagement.
Right.
And most importantly, I like to say that we don't like to disrupt, rather we want to enhance.
Right.
Meaning that we want to enhance this fan relationship and this fan monetization by creating something that didn't exist before, which is the fan voting rights.
You are creating an entirely new fan engagement experience.
Yeah.
And that is phenomenal, and I absolutely wish you the best on this.
Thank you, Steve.
And what can we look forward to seeing from you in the next 6 months?
Well, top 10 things, I will say.
I like it, top 10.
Yeah.
I love this.
Top 10 will be distribution of our token and eventually listing, whatever, especially that we are a regulated entity in Malta, so it's a bit different. We just opened our office in Singapore, so we are hiring like 3 to 4 people to grow to the local fan base, because there is 350 million soccer fans in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
Onboarding 20 to 50 sports team. Launching the product is obviously the most important, end of March, early April. And then it's going to be launched in Korea, launched mainly in Asia. We don't reach US, we don't targeting too much US, even though we've been approached by some NBA teams, but it's way too early for us.
It's way too early to scale it?
No, scaling is it's regulation. I mean, at
Runway,
the end,
regulation.
No offense to Americans, but US is only 5 or 6% of the global population. We can focus on the 95 or other percent without being in trouble.
When you're talking about football, absolutely.
No, but that's the thing.
That's seriously.
I always say, guys, you know what, we chose soccer because SEC doesn't give a shit about soccer, so I'm in a safe environment.
Exactly. Well, I wish you all the best, and I don't think I even need to do that. I think I just need to see the outcome and just enjoy it with you.
Thanks, man.
So thank you so much for joining us.
See you soon.
Take care.